So hi, one of the Good Nights podcast here at Dowsing. We're gonna ask them some questions today. I'm gonna start. So what inspired you guys to start the band, and what does the band name mean?
Uh, since I was there,
Yes, I was not there.
so I moved from New Jersey to Chicago in 2010 for my master's degree, and I had met a bunch of the people who were in the first incarnation of Dowsing. Right before I moved, they played a basement venue that I ran in New Jersey with their band at the time. And then I asked them if I had some songs, and I said, "Hey, do you want to play my songs with me?" And they said, "Sure." And then that's kind of how that started. And then the name came from the original bassist, Gui. He just thought the word dowsing was hilarious, and he just thought it was before like they put it in the Zelda games and in Pokemon and all that. And he actually is a member of Zelda Dungeon. I don't know if you know what that is. It's like a online Zelda community. It's like the biggest one, right? Mikey, is that like the?
Yep.
Yeah, and they do like competitions and like runs of like the games and stuff, like marathons.
Mm-hmm.
But he's part of that, and it's just funny that it turns out that it was put into all those games after we came up when he came up with the band name. And yeah, basically he just thought it was hilarious. We would watch videos about people dousing for money and rocks and water and
They stole it from you guys.
Yeah, I mean we didn't really think about all the ING band names back then either. It was just kind of like, oh, this is funny, and then we were like, oh, there's all this ING band names. That's it. That's the history.
That's it. All right, solid. So congrats on your newest album, Sky Coffin. How do you feel about the response to it so far, and what does the name mean?
What is the response to it? I haven't even looked.
I think a lot of people have heard it, have liked it a lot. I know friends have reached out to me and said that it was their favorite album we had. I think it's just with a lot of the records we had more PR and things that we put into it on the front end. And since we haven't really done the band full time as much as we used to, it kind of, I think, hit a different way in which like people were like, "Oh, you guys are putting a record out," and then it was like, "Oh, your record is out," and then it's funny because I've talked about this before, where it seems like the older you get, people are like 3 months later, they'll be like, "Oh, you have a new record." It's like, yeah.
Yeah, it's been out.
So people catch on as they catch on, and that's totally fine. I mean, it's just a different world with people's responses to things and sensory overload, and now we're all stuck inside. So if people listen to it, that's great, and I don't know, I'm stoked it came out. And the name is because this room I'm in right now, we built a bunk bed at one time because this was my girlfriend's apartment before I moved in, and we needed a spare bedroom because she had a roommate, and then now we don't have the roommate anymore, so now we have a spare bedroom for people. But we made this like a small makeshift bedroom where there was like this lofted bed, and then you could store stuff under it. And we called it the Sky Coffin because you were up really high to the ceiling. And so the name of the record is named after a bunk bed that was in this room.
Okay.
Wow.
I love
iconic.
It.
Wait,
here we are.
Wait, so did it like drop or break or something? Because that's what when you said a bunk bed, I was like, oh, so somebody like got hurt in it. But it was just...
Oh, no. We just returned it because IKEA has really lenient return policies, and we wanted the money back.
I didn't know you ended up returning it. That's awesome.
That's fair.
What's that, Mikey?
I didn't know you ended up returning it. That's awesome.
Oh, yeah. We tore it all down and just returned it like piece by piece, and they just took it.
All right.
You love to see it.
So if you ever want IKEA hacks, you can just return anything.
Yeah.
As long as you have the receipt. As long as you have the receipt, they'll take it back.
Yeah, once you're done with it, just bring it back. Life hacks here with Dowsing. So, can you tell me a little bit about your writing process and how it's evolved since your first release?
I'll let Mikey go. Mikey's turn.
My turn. Well, Eric will write like the majority of the songs and like kind of the skeletons, and then he'll present it to us, and we still pretty much operate that same exact way. Like he has a good few songs written now that we all need to like kind of get together and learn. He sent them to us and we're like, hell yeah, this is sick. But we haven't done much from there. At this point. But yeah, I mean, it used to be we'd all get in a room together and just like hash through them and figure them out and play them and all work together. But it's kind of hard nowadays.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, it was hard before all of this because we all live, except Eric and I live in the same city, but we all like live elsewhere in the country right now. But now it's just going to be like a digital thing, I guess, that we do.
Yeah. All right.
Which is fine for demoing and stuff. It'll be easy to send it around to each other and hash out some ideas, which we would have done in person anyway. So it might actually be more efficient for us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This climate is perfect for us. So
It's great.
We're meant for it.
Great.
Technical age, you'll love it.
I'm waiting for it. Yeah. So, where was your headspace while making this album?
The new one?
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry. Yeah, not the stuff we're writing now.
Guy Coffin.
It's kind of weird because a lot of the songs, I feel like a lot of the songs are always really old by the time you kind of get to recording them, and then by the time they come out, they're usually 2 to 3 years old, sometimes to a certain degree. So I want to say that a lot of the songs were written right around 2016, 2017, and then it took us until 2018, the summer of 2018, to actually record it, and that took a year for us to mix and master it. So it came out, maybe 3 years after some of the songs were written.
Mm-hmm.
But so it would have been around like the time of OK. I probably started writing some of the songs while OK was being finished, I would say.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, and I would just like kind of come up with ideas and shelve some stuff and kind of hash stuff out and show them, because we were practicing a lot more back then too. And then
regularly.
Yeah, and it was a lot easier to do that then. And then we went to Europe and we let our drummer go, and we kind of had to reassess and reevaluate a lot of things again. So I guess like my headspace was kind of thinking a lot of it's about just like becoming better, honestly. A lot of it's just about like I stopped drinking shortly after that for a long time. I drink now, but for like three years I wasn't drinking, and then I don't know, it was just a lot of reflection, I guess. So a lot of it's just about like anxiety and figuring out who you are.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what would you guys do differently on your next release that you didn't get to do on Sky Coffin?
What would we do? I don't know. I'm trying to write more. I'm trying to write stuff that's similar to probably how the band started, but not trying to sound like that. But it's definitely sounding more emo to me than the punker stuff. But that doesn't mean we won't have punk songs.
Okay. So nice, healthy balance.
Yeah. I think it will be a little lighter. And I also want to make something that sounds happy and not sad and dark. I'd rather make something that's a little more uplifting, especially
same.
Especially with the times we live in now.
Yeah.
I think the end result will be more positive, or at least like kind of going off of Sky Coffin in a direction of like more self-worth and like I mean, I haven't written any lyrics or anything like that, but I'm not in a very dark place or anything, so
yeah.
Hopefully it's happier. I hope.
Same.
Yeah.
Mikey wants me to be happy.
He just wants one happy record.
When I was
just
mixing Sky Coffin, I was in a kind of weird place that whole time too. But
yeah, Mikey continuously breaks his computer and then puts it back together, and then he puts it away again. And I go, "Can you do this?" And he goes, "Oh, I have to put my computer back together." Like right now, I asked him to find files for something, and he went, "Oh yeah, my computer's not working, and I need to fix it, and I need to."
The thing came yesterday to make it work. By the way.
There you go. Now you learned that we have songs that are done, but Mikey has to get them off my computer.
Oh my god.
You'll love to see it.
So maybe next year we'll have some new songs.
when Mikey finally puts that fucking computer back together.
Yeah,
Yep.
the computer's
Exactly,
finally back
yeah.
together. Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, we had some B-sides from Sky Coffin that we'll probably do something with. We don't know yet. We'll figure that out.
Okay.
Wow.
In progress.
Mm-hmm.
Work in progress.
But they're recorded, so it's not like we have to worry
They
about it.
exist.
Yeah.
Wait, so like they're recorded and like mastered and like mixed and everything?
2 of them are completely done, and then one we used on a split for a friend, but it was kind of like a rough mix and a rough master, so we're gonna redo it. But that's what Mikey can't get off his computer, so we're trying
In order to fix it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know, maybe we'll figure out what we'll do with it, but it'll be cool. I'm
Okay.
excited.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We were
excited.
told the songs that we didn't put on it were the best songs, and Mike Park was like, "Why didn't you put these songs on your record?" So
Wow.
hopefully people like them.
That'd
That'd
be
be pretty
nice.
cool.
Yeah, that'd be
Like
very cool.
5 years later.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Thanks. So what band or artists do you think you can hear influence your music?
You go, Mikey.
Me?
Yeah, I'd rather hear what you have to say.
Oh, geez, I don't even know. I feel like we get the Get Up Kids a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. There's like bands for me that I'm influenced by that I think are a little different from like what the band would actually sound like. Like, I think a lot of I like to play distorted guitar a lot, and that's kind of from me liking a lot more punk rock music. Like, I don't know. Fugazi is sick.
Yeah, totally.
What about you, Eric?
Yeah, I think we used to get the Get Up Kids a lot, especially in the earlier days.
Yeah.
I think people nowadays, I don't know, I think a lot of people just tell us we sound like Dowsing, which is cool.
That's
Yeah.
nice to hear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't really, I think the last time I even looked at like, or heard anyone compare us to anybody, it was like Donovan Wolfington and like Run Forever. And I mean, that was a fair comparison for like contemporary, like, you know, peers and stuff like that, I thought at the time. But that was like 4 years ago. So I don't know now. I think we just sound like us, but I've definitely been influenced by a lot more strange indie music like Butter Glory and like Rocket Ship and stuff like that, and like, you know, like Superchunk I really like, and then Guided by Voices. So like that kind of influenced me to write shorter, more pop songs, I guess, from the start for bands like that. But yeah, I don't know. No one tells us we sound like that though.
There's always, you like the Weaker Thens and I like Propaganda.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
So,
that's a good.
So that's the juxtaposition right there. So.
All right. So you guys had an audio tree session in like what, 2016?
Yep.
What was that like, and how did that happen? Mikey sounds like he didn't enjoy it all that much. So
yeah, Mikey, tell me your experience.
I had a panic attack like right before it happened, and I was just
no.
kind of like still like reeling from that while we were playing, and I don't know. I would actually like to redo something like that again.
Mhm.
I think it would go a lot smoother, and we would perform a lot better.
Mhm.
I would perform a lot better. I think as a band, I think we did pretty good, but I'm not happy with like my performance from that. But it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I mean, I thought it sounded pretty good. I mean, I think it sounds good as a band. Yeah, I think it just sounds like a loud rock band, which is cool.
Yeah.
It's definitely nerve-wracking. I did 2 audio trees so far in my lifetime, and I think the Dowsing one was first. I can't remember, but I did one with Pet Symmetry.
Yeah, you did Dowsing first, and then
and that was a little nerve-wracking. I came right from work and like we just did it, and it was fun, but it's definitely like sort of stressful. And then the second time I did it with Pet Symmetry, I hit a wrong note immediately when we started playing, Oh, it was fine. It was funny, but it was just like, wow.
Ouch. Right
And now
away.
everyone
Great
hears
start.
it. If you listen to it, I play like a wrong note in the first like 15 seconds of the recording. It's really funny, but
Ouch.
I don't know. You just gotta live with your mistakes. It's fine. Like,
Yep.
I
Yeah.
just, as long as you own up to it and you're like, you can feel good about it. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
sick.
It is what it is.
So can
Yeah.
you tell me how you guys got that opportunity to do?
I just emailed them.
Okay.
That's it?
And
So,
just-
yeah. So well, because it's in Chicago, so like it's not really far from where we live.
Mhm.
And I mean back then I think it might have been a lot. Maybe it was a lot easier back then, just because maybe it wasn't as I don't know, known. I don't know. It's always been known, but as long as because we live here and we know people who work there, like I guess we got the right contact, and I just reached out.
Okay.
It worked out. Yeah.
Okay.
I was just like, hey, in 4 months we're releasing a record. Is it cool if we do this thing? And they're like, sure.
Yeah.
Sure, go for it.
All right.
Just come in.
So yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. So other than the B-sides that you mentioned, are there any other projects in the works for Dowsing?
Well, we're just working on like some new songs, like Mikey was talking about. I've got like probably a dozen or so, just like rough like ideas, which aren't really, not all of them are fleshed out or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so we got that, and then I don't know, I think what we were trying to do is get all of our old songs together and maybe do something like with those, like a collection or something, but that
Ooh.
would take a lot of time.
Yeah.
So we're gonna maybe try to get like all the B-sides and like really weird songs together and maybe do something like that.
Okay.
But
Okay.
we haven't it takes a while sometimes for us to get it all together. So we'll figure it
Quick
out.
computers, it's
Yeah.
Computer parts everywhere.
And,
Who gave
somebody-
Mikey all the
yeah.
files?
Well, some of the files are so old Mikey wouldn't even have them. So like I have to
Yeah.
find them. I have to find them, and they're probably from like 2012, and I don't think they exist. So we'll see how far I get. So.
How far back we can go in the archives here?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not too optimistic about it, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
Hope you find them.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
So where do you see the band in the next 5 years?
Oh no.
So we're old.
Where do we see our lives in the next 5 years?
Old.
Like-
I'm just much older at that point. 15 would
Same.
be. What year is that? 2025. All right, we would have been a band for almost 15 years at that point. So next year is the 20th. Next year is the 10th anniversary of the band.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
That's
Congrats,
wild.
guys.
In,
Yeah,
That's true.
congrats.
Yeah, in January was the first show of January of 2011 was the first show.
Wow.
So yeah, we're coming up on that, and then so I guess we would in 5 years be almost celebrating the 15th anniversary of the band.
And going on tour for the 15th anniversary, touring the first album.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know. I've never really thought about playing like a full record. It'd be kind of weird because it just sounds way different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it would be fun. Like, obviously, right now we can't really do anything too cool for a 10th anniversary. So, but it would have been neat if we could have done like something like play each album, like whatever, in one concert. Just play every single song one night. I would do it. I don't
It's
care.
a 5-hour concert.
No, it'd be like 2 hours.
We're not.
We were just rocking.
Yes.
Keep going. Just
Yeah,
One
yeah,
after
yeah.
another.
Yeah.
Are we not
Exactly.
including
No
the-
breaks.
Are we not including the Bedroom Demos album here?
I would not include that. We could do maybe 3 hours. Let's do 3 hours.
Okay, 3.
Okay, all right.
We can do that. We can do that.
Yeah. Just like an intermission so we can like dry our face off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like a 10-second one, just like
Yeah.
tiny intermission. Yeah.
Very timely intermission.
Exactly. Yeah. So for the last couple questions, we're actually going to shift away from music and go straight to death row. So, if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
Oh wow.
Oh.
No.
Huh.
I didn't know this
question.
was happening. Death row. What would I want? So I was vegan for a long time, but now I'm not vegan, and I'm pescatarian. What would I want? I don't know. Like,
I'm still vegan.
What is food? What is food, Mikey? Mikey,
I
what
know
do you
what
got?
I want.
All right, you go first.
I would want either roasted or steamed or both. Broccoli with some like salt and pepper and lemon sprinkled over it. Some rice, tempeh that's been fried in butter, vegan butter, obviously, and a tahini sauce, like tahini and lemon and some other like spices.
All right.
That sounds delicious.
That is drizzled all over everything.
All right.
That sounds. I would eat that. I could eat that every night. It's like
I kind of want to make that right now.
And do you have a drink to go with that?
Ooh, probably like a decent wine.
Okay.
Ooh, all right.
Like some like a white wine of some kind. Any wine, red wine, whatever.
Doesn't matter. Just give me whatever.
I'm not picky.
Just wine. Yeah.
Just wine. Just
Every
wine.
wine. Yeah.
Nice. I'm gonna go on the opposite spectrum. I want a fried fish, a whole fish.
Damn.
Whole fried fish.
Whole
big,
fish.
Big tilapia or snapper, red snapper. Let's go with it. And garlic sauce, and maybe some kind of vessel on the side that I can put them in, like a taco, a big fish taco if I want. If I want to shred it off. Yeah, that's what I would want. And then I would drink, I don't know, Green River.
Hell yeah.
Right.
It's a soda.
Oh, okay.
It's very green.
Green, like a green, like smoothie type green, or it's just green.
It's just green.
Wow.
You don't want it. It's pure sugar. It's.
Oh, okay.
All right.
They're good.
Okay, I might have to try it.
So if you could live in one fiction world for a week, where would you live?
Fiction world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh. Oh, I know.
Then
What?
spit it at us.
Bro, say it.
In Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah.
I like that.
Oh man, where the hell would I live? My own mind. Let's see. Fiction world. I live in The Sopranos.
All right.
It'd be wild. It'd be a wild ride.
Solid. So I have the honor of asking the last question, and every person we have spoken to has said it's the most important question. What's your favorite color? Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Let's go.
You got this, Mikey?
For you? I don't know what your favorite.
No.
Oh,
me.
me.
Do I have to guess what Mikey's favorite?
Right.
Actually, let me guess what Mikey's favorite color is.
Okay.
Ooh.
Gray.
Hey, no.
Probably blue.
Right.
Honestly, it's probably blue.
It is blue.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it is sometimes green. Sometimes I'll choose green, but
I thought you were gonna say green too. Yeah.
probably like 8.5 times out of 10, I will say blue.
Okay.
Very good. What do you think mine is?
Gray.
No. It's not gray.
Oh, I think it could be purple.
I do like purple, but
I know you like purple.
I actually really like
Orange.
I do like orange. Actually, yeah, I would say orange. It's orange or yellow. Like those are like my favorite colors. Yeah.
All right.
Yellow
So,
slaps.
I like purple's nice too.
yeah. So you like those brighter colors? You'll have to see it.
That's right. I'm a bright boy.
All right.
Taste.
So as Gloria said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything you'd like to plug?
Man, what's there to plug in 2020? Go vote. Go vote. Get your mail-in ballot. Go find the place to drop it off. Just do it. I mean, sorry. I don't want to tell you what to do. So just do whatever you want. But please vote if you can. If you feel like you can, you should. That's really the only thing I should plug in
All right.
2020.
Yeah.
Mikey, what do you got?
Care about people.
Yeah, that too.
All right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
everything.
wow.
And listen to Sky Coffin after you do
Oh.
all these.
Hey.
Yeah, that too.
We've got music and social media and shit. You should go follow us
Yeah.
over there. Listen to our
Why
music.
not?
All right. Well, thank you for sitting down with us, guys. This has been Dowsing, and we're the Good Noise Podcast.